Have you ever wondered what truly matters as you grow older? In a world that often emphasizes wealth, status, and success, it's easy to lose sight of what brings genuine happiness and fulfillment. In this video, we'll dive into powerful, real-life stories that reveal the irreplaceable value of family, the importance of financial stability, and the critical role of maintaining a positive mental state as we age. These are not just lessons for the future, they're insights that can transform your life today. Stay with us until the end to uncover the surprising truths that could change the way you approach your relationships, your finances, and your overall well-being. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The Wisdom of Solitude. Have you ever found yourself longing for solitude, a space where you can breathe, think, and just be? Or have you noticed that as people age, some naturally gravitate towards a quieter life, away from the bustling crowds and endless social gatherings? This deep-seated need for personal space and the subtle shift in social dynamics as we age is something truly fascinating. It's a delicate dance, a balance between maintaining meaningful connections and respecting the boundaries that become so vital as the years go by. The tale of Old Fi, Uncle Chu, and Miss Kim is more than just a story. It's a poignant reminder of the evolving nature of our relationships and the importance of understanding these shifts. Old Fi, now in his 50s, has gradually embraced a life of solitude, finding peace in the simple joys of staying home or taking quiet walks. There's something deeply touching about his decision to entertain friends only in neutral spaces, like restaurants, rather than in the sanctity of his own home. This shift wasn't born out of coldness, but rather a natural evolution of recognition that as we age, our needs, desires, and even our capacity for social interaction change. Imagine a once vivacious soul, full of warmth and energy, slowly transitioning to a more introspective existence. It's a change that some, like Fi's relatives, might find perplexing, even saddening. You were so warm before, how have you become so indifferent now? They ask. But Fi's response, full of wisdom and quiet strength, speaks volumes. Life, he says, is a series of stages, and each stage brings its rhythm and pace. His current stage, one of peace, simplicity, and a preference for the quiet joys of life, like sipping tea, tending to his garden, or spending cherished moments with family. It's not about distancing himself from others out of indifference, but about choosing to invest his energy in what truly matters to him now. Then there's Uncle Chu, whose story is a powerful testament to the importance of respecting others' personal space, even when our intentions are pure. How many of us have found ourselves in situations where we thought we were welcomed with open arms, only to later discover that our presence was, in fact, an intrusion? The discomfort that comes with such realizations can be profound, even heartbreaking. Uncle Chu, a man in his 60s, learned this lesson the hard way. Reuniting with an old high school classmate brought him immense joy, and he eagerly accepted the invitation to visit his friend's home. But what started as a joyful reunion soon turned into an unwelcome routine for his friend's family. Despite the good intentions, the frequent visits began to disrupt the household, leading to tension and discomfort. There's something deeply human in Uncle Chu's experience, a mix of innocence and oversight that many of us can relate to. The sheer joy of reconnecting with a friend can sometimes blind us to the more subtle, unspoken boundaries that exist within every home. His story is a bittersweet reminder that while our hearts may be full of good intentions, it's crucial to always be mindful of how our actions affect others. These narratives are not just stories, they're life lessons wrapped in emotion and experience. They remind us of the importance of empathy, of reading the room, and of understanding that as we age, our relationships and social needs evolve. They teach us that true friendship isn't about frequency, but about quality, about knowing when to come close and when to give space. So as we delve into these tales, let's reflect on our interactions. Let's consider how we can honor the personal space of others, especially as we grow older and our priorities shift. Perhaps, in doing so, we might just find a new level of harmony and peace in our relationships, one that is built on mutual respect, understanding, and the quiet beauty of knowing when to let others be. Uncle Chu, with his warm heart and genuine intentions, thought he had found a true friend in his old classmate, believing that the invitation to visit was a sincere gesture of welcome. Little did he know, the initial offer was merely a polite remark, something said in passing without the weight of a true invitation. This innocent misunderstanding serves as a gentle but profound reminder that social interactions are often more nuanced than they seem. What Uncle Chu perceived as a genuine bond was, in reality, a fragile connection based on formalities rather than deep, mutual understanding. His joy at reconnecting with an old friend led him down a path where his enthusiasm overshadowed the subtle cues that perhaps his visits were not as welcome as he believed. It's a heartbreaking realization, one that teaches us about the importance of being considerate, perceptive, and aware of the unspoken boundaries that exist within all relationships. The discomfort felt by his friend's family was not out of malice, but rather a reaction to the disruption of their personal space, a space they had not truly intended to share so frequently. The core of Uncle Chu's experience highlights a fundamental truth about social interactions. Being mindful of how our actions affect others is paramount. In our excitement to reconnect or forge new bonds, we must always be conscious of the impact we have on those around us, particularly when it comes to invading their homes and private lives. Hospitality, though often extended with a smile, can sometimes be more of a polite formality than an open-ended invitation. It's a delicate balance, one that requires us to look beyond our feelings and consider the comfort and wishes of others. In a broader sense, this story invites us to practice empathy and awareness in every aspect of our social lives. By tuning into the subtle signals and communicating openly, we can build stronger, more respectful relationships that are built on mutual understanding rather than assumptions. Uncle Chu's story reminds us that our intentions, no matter how pure, must align with how they are perceived by others. It's not enough to mean well, we must also ensure that our presence is truly welcomed and appreciated. Ms. Kim's story further illustrates the complexities of social interactions and how a simple comment can spiral into a misunderstanding with far-reaching consequences. Ms. Kim, a lively and social elderly woman, loved to spend time with her neighbors, finding joy in their company and the small pleasures of community life. Yet, even in these seemingly innocent gatherings, the potential for miscommunication and hurt feelings loomed large. Miss Kim once found herself in a situation where a casual remark about her daughter-in-law, intended as light-hearted and harmless, was blown out of proportion. During a rainy day chat at a neighbor's home, the conversation turned to relationships with daughters-in-law, a topic close to Miss Kim's heart. She commented on how her daughter-in-law, being an only child, had perhaps been a bit spoiled and lacked initiative in helping around the house. It was a remark made in passing, with no real malice, but somehow it reached her daughter-in-law's ears, twisted and amplified into something far more negative than Miss Kim had ever intended. What began as a casual conversation quickly escalated into a family conflict. Her daughter-in-law, hurt and feeling judged, believed that Miss Kim was deeply dissatisfied with her, even feeling that she had married above her station. The tension that followed was not only painful for Miss Kim, but also served as a stark reminder of how careful we must be with our words. In social interactions, especially within close-knit communities or families, even the smallest comment can be misinterpreted, leading to unnecessary conflict and hurt feelings. These stories of Uncle Chu and Miss Kim are more than just anecdotes. They are valuable lessons in the importance of empathy, communication, and awareness in our daily interactions. remind us that relationships are delicate, and that maintaining them requires more than just good intentions. It requires a deep understanding of the unspoken rules that govern our social lives. By being more mindful of these nuances, we can create a world where our interactions are not just well-meaning but also genuinely kind and considerate. So let's take these lessons to heart, striving to be more attentive, more perceptive, and more considerate in all our relationships. Let's ensure that our presence is not just tolerated but truly welcomed, and that our words, no matter how casual, are spoken with care and empathy. In doing so, we can build stronger, more meaningful connections that stand the test of time, free from misunderstandings and filled with mutual respect. Living with her son and daughter-in-law, Miss Kim found herself in an increasingly awkward and painful situation. The warmth she once felt in her home turned cold, as her daughter-in-law's attitude shifted to one of distance and coolness. The misunderstanding that had taken root over a simple, casual remark had grown into something much more toxic. Despite Miss Kim's desire to clear the air, to explain that she never intended to criticize or hurt, her daughter-in-law remained aloof, and her son, caught between his mother and wife, harshly scolded her for what he perceived as harmful gossip. This situation left Miss Kim feeling isolated in her own home, leading her to the conclusion that perhaps it was better to keep her interactions at a distance. She decided it was enough to enjoy dancing with her friends and to limit her conversations, realizing that the fewer words spoken, the less chance there was for them to be twisted into something harmful. Communication, as vital as it is in our daily lives, can also become a minefield if not handled with care. Miss Kim's story is a poignant example of why it's crucial to be mindful of our words, especially when we engage in frequent social interactions. Words, as powerful as they are, can easily be misunderstood or misinterpreted. When we speak often, particularly in casual or social settings, the likelihood of saying something that might be taken out of context increases. In Miss Kim's case, what was intended as a light-hearted comment about her daughter-in-law's behavior was misheard and led to a serious rift within her family. This tension and conflict could have been avoided with more thoughtful communication, where words are chosen with care and the impact on others is always considered. Moreover, gossiping or speaking negatively about others can severely damage relationships. Trust and respect are the cornerstones of any strong relationship, and when those are broken, the consequences can be devastating. Miss Kim's comments, when shared beyond their original context, shattered the trust between her and her daughter-in-law, creating a rift that was difficult to mend. This scenario is a stark reminder of the destructive power of negative talk, especially in close relationships. It emphasizes the importance of thinking before speaking, particularly when the topic is sensitive or involves someone close to us. Maintaining a balance in social interactions is also crucial for personal peace and well-being. While socializing and having a circle of friends is beneficial, it's equally important to establish boundaries that protect one's peace. Miss Kim came to realize that there was a greater sense of tranquility in enjoying her own company and watching dramas at home than in getting too deeply involved in the sometimes toxic environment of neighborhood gossip. This balance between social engagement and personal space helps to avoid unnecessary drama and keeps life simpler, more peaceful, and ultimately more fulfilling. Furthermore, the benefits of speaking less about others and focusing on positive, constructive conversations cannot be overstated. When we choose to steer clear of spreading rumors or making negative comments, we contribute to a more harmonious and supportive community. This approach fosters stronger relationships, built on a foundation of mutual respect and positivity. By cultivating an environment where conversations are uplifting and free from judgment, we not only improve our well-being but also create a ripple effect that enhances the overall atmosphere of the community. Miss Kim's experience teaches us several valuable lessons to be mindful of our words, to avoid gossip, to maintain a healthy balance in our social interactions, and to strive for positive, constructive communication. By doing so, we can protect our relationships, our peace of mind, and the harmony of our communities. It's a gentle reminder that while words can build bridges, they can also create walls, so let's use them wisely, with care and consideration for those around us. In conclusion, being mindful of our words and the frequency of our social interactions is crucial for a harmonious life. It helps prevent misunderstandings, protects relationships, maintains personal peace, and fosters a positive community atmosphere. Ms. Kim's experience serves as a powerful reminder of the impact careful communication can have on our lives, shaping our relationships and our well-being. As we navigate through today's fast-paced world, the idea of living independently and minimizing unnecessary social interactions is becoming increasingly vital. One of the driving factors behind this shift is the growing economic disparity between families, even within the same community. When families of differing economic statuses interact frequently, it can lead to feelings of inferiority, jealousy, and discomfort. The wealthier family, often without even realizing it, might flaunt their prosperity, inadvertently making the less affluent family feel inadequate. This comparison fosters a psychological gap, adding an unnecessary mental burden that disrupts peace of mind and undermines personal happiness. By choosing to live independently, we can shield ourselves from these harmful comparisons. Each family has its unique circumstances, and it's essential to focus on our own lives rather than getting caught up in what others have. This inward focus not only helps maintain inner peace, but also prevents the mental stress that comes with envy and jealousy. It's about appreciating what we have and finding contentment in our journey, rather than constantly measuring ourselves against others. Furthermore, the demands of modern life have left many of us too exhausted to engage in meaningful social interactions. Traditional celebrations, like New Year greetings, are losing their charm as more people prefer to stay home, rest, and scroll through their phones. This shift reflects the overwhelming nature of contemporary life, where the exhaustion of daily responsibilities leaves little room for genuine connections. It's a sobering reminder that life's demands are increasingly crowding out the space we once reserved for each other. Living independently also means valuing solitude, a concept often misunderstood. Solitude isn't about loneliness or a lack of friends, it's about being comfortable with oneself and finding contentment in one's own company. As we age, this becomes even more crucial. The people around us may gradually drift away, whether due to life circumstances or the passage of time, and the ability to cope with solitude helps us face these inevitable changes with grace and resilience. Moreover, avoiding frequent visits and social obligations can significantly reduce both physical and mental stress, especially for the elderly. Hosting guests, while enjoyable, can also be tiring and burdensome, leading to various troubles and depleting one's energy. Learning to be alone and finding joy in solitude becomes not just a choice but a vital life skill. In summary, embracing a lifestyle of independence and minimizing unnecessary social interactions is key to maintaining inner peace, avoiding harmful comparisons, and finding true contentment in a demanding world. It's about focusing on what truly matters: our well-being, our happiness, and our sense of tranquility, and letting go of the external pressures that distract us from what is most important. If these stories resonate with you and inspire you to take action, please comment 9. If they don't quite hit the mark, feel free to comment 0. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, and we appreciate your time and thoughts. Thank you for engaging with us and for sharing your reflections. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Part 2: The Greatest Asset at 50. Imagine reaching the age of 50, a milestone where life begins to reveal its true essence. By now, you've likely built a career, raised a family, and accumulated possessions, things that society often tells us are the markers of success. But what if, at this stage of life, you discover that the most valuable assets aren't tangible at all? What if the real treasures are those that can't be bought, measured, or owned? As you enter this new chapter, Let's explore a story that reveals the 4 essential things that can make your life truly peaceful and happy after 50. Life, after all, is fleeting, a mere 100 years on this journey, if we're lucky. In your 20s, life is driven by the exuberance of youth. The world is wide open, and you feel invincible. In your 30s, your focus shifts to building a career, establishing your place in the world, and creating a foundation for the future. By the time you reach your 40s, you've gained wisdom through experience, and life begins to take on new depths. But at 50, something extraordinary happens. You begin to live the true essence of life. If a 20-year-old's heart is like a bubbling stream, full of energy and spontaneity, and a 30-year-old's heart is like a strong river, focused and purposeful, then a 40-year-old's heart is like a roaring waterfall, powerful and unstoppable. But at 50, your heart becomes like a vast ocean, calm, deep, and reflective. For those in their 50s, the greatest asset isn't a big house or a hefty bank account. It's these 4 things that truly matter. If you have these, the rest of your life will be filled with peace and happiness. The first and most important of these is health. By the time you reach 50, you begin to understand the fragility of life. In your earlier years, you might anticipate illness as something that happens to others. But after 50, it begins to seek you out. That's why, if you're fortunate enough to reach this age without any major health issues, you are truly blessed. Take the story of Mrs. Tran, a woman in her 50s who, like many of us, took her health for granted in her younger years. She often skipped meals, rarely exercised, and avoided visits to the doctor. Her poor diet and lack of self-care led to significant weight gain and frequent hospital visits due to high blood pressure. Despite having 2 devoted sons who took care of her, Mrs. Tran overheard her eldest son expressing frustration about how much time and effort it took to care for her, affecting his own family and work. This painful realization was the wake-up call she needed to take her health seriously. Over the next 6 months, Mrs. Tran transformed her life. She lost weight, improved her skin, controlled her blood pressure, and became more active. Since then, she's rarely been sick, allowing her children to focus on their own lives while still enjoying time with her. Mrs. Tran's story is a powerful reminder that health is more valuable than gold, especially for those in middle age and beyond. Without good health, unexpected medical expenses can devastate a family, and chronic illness not only causes personal suffering but also places a heavy burden on loved ones, straining even the closest relationships. By maintaining good health, we not only enhance our quality of life but also reduce the burden on our children. At 50, it's important to remember that health is your greatest asset. Don't squander it chasing material possessions. No amount of money can buy back your health, and trading health for wealth only leads to spending that money on medical bills. Appreciate your health, because it's the foundation for everything else in your life. Have you ever wondered what life would be like if you achieved everything you dreamed of, only to lose what truly matters in the process? Imagine having a successful career, a beautiful family, and the world at your feet, but then making one mistake that shatters it all. This is a story of success, betrayal, and the painful realization of what we often take for granted. Listen closely, as it might make you reconsider your own life choices and values. The second greatest asset, as you'll soon discover, is family. Family is the bedrock upon which our lives are built. It's where we find love, support, and a sense of belonging. But it's also something we can easily take for granted, especially when life is going well. The story we'll explore next is a powerful reminder of just how fragile these relationships can be, and how much we stand to lose if we don't nurture them with the care they deserve. As we continue on this journey of discovery, you'll learn why, after 50, family becomes one of the most important pillars of a peaceful and fulfilling life. I used to be what many would call a successful man, an enviable job, a beautiful wife, and 2 wonderful children. My life seemed perfect from the outside. My wife, ever understanding, never questioned my long hours at work or the occasional interactions with other women that my job sometimes required. For 7 years, we lived a happy life. We had a son and a daughter, and I believed I was doing everything right by focusing on making money and providing for my family. Yet in my pursuit of success and pleasure, I indulged in extramarital flings. I convinced myself that I was in control and that I would never cross the line. But then, one day I did. An affair resulted in a pregnancy, and my life unraveled. When my wife discovered the truth, she was devastated. Despite my desperate pleas, she decided to leave, believing that the child from my affair deserved a legitimate status that our marriage could no longer provide. She took our children and walked out of my life. In an instant, everything that truly mattered was gone. I stayed with the other woman to care for the child, but the relationship was hollow, devoid of the love and connection I once shared with my wife. Eventually, she too left, saying that I wasn't fit to be a husband. Now, at 50, despite having money and status, I feel an overwhelming emptiness. I long for the family I lost, for a companion to share my life with, and for the chance to spend my old age surrounded by my children. But that future is no longer within reach. My ex-wife has moved on, and my children want nothing to do with me, believing that an unfaithful man can teach them nothing good. The realization that the greatest failure for a man is to end life without a family, without a wife or children to come home to, weighs heavily on my heart. This story teaches a powerful lesson about the irreplaceable value of family. Despite achieving material success and social status, I ended up feeling empty and lonely because I lost the most precious thing in my life, my family. My mistakes cost me the trust and love of my wife and children, showing that true happiness doesn't come from wealth or accomplishments, but from the relationships we nurture and cherish. The narrative underscores the importance of honesty, respect, and fidelity in a marriage. Neglecting these values can lead to irreversible damage and deep regret. My extramarital affair and its consequences serve as a stark reminder that short-term pleasures can have long-term repercussions. My life, once filled with joy and stability, became a series of painful realizations and lost opportunities for genuine happiness. As I reached my 50s, the longing for a loving home became more profound. This highlights how vital family is for emotional well-being and happiness, especially as we age. The sense of emptiness I feel, despite having money and status, illustrates that material possessions can never replace the comfort and support of a loving family. My children's estrangement and my ex-wife's new life further emphasize the lasting impact of my actions. Moreover, this story reminds us that family harmony plays a crucial role in shaping our children's lives. Growing up in a supportive and loving environment fosters well-being and stability, providing a strong foundation for their future. When parents maintain a harmonious relationship, it creates a joyful and secure home, making a significant difference in their children's development and happiness. Let this story be a reminder to cherish your loved ones, to value the simple moments of togetherness, and to prioritize the bonds that bring joy and meaning to life. It encourages us to reflect on our relationships and make conscious efforts to strengthen them. After all, in the end, it's not the money or status that fills our hearts, but the love and support of our family. The true measure of success is not in what we own, but in the connections we hold dear and the legacy of love we leave behind. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 3. Financial stability. The third greatest asset as we journey through life is financial stability. In our youth, we often dedicate ourselves to building a career, with the ultimate goal of saving for retirement so that we can enjoy our later years in comfort without becoming a burden on others. However, as we age, the reality of declining health and energy often means that our ability to earn a steady income also diminishes. It's during this time that financial stability becomes not just important but essential. Some people, in their desire to provide the best for their children, make the mistake of pouring all their savings into their offspring's futures, often at the expense of their financial security. They believe that it's better to give their money and property to their children sooner rather than later, thinking that this generosity will be appreciated and reciprocated. But life is unpredictable, and without a secure financial plan for themselves, these well-meaning parents can find themselves in difficult situations later on. It's crucial to remember that while family support is invaluable, personal savings are just as important, if not more so, in ensuring that our later years are spent in dignity and comfort. Take, for example, the story of Mrs. 2. Now 60 years old, she has a son who, after getting married, moved out to start his own life. When Mrs. 2 needed eye surgery, she didn't have to worry about burdening her son with the costs because she had wisely kept her savings intact. She used her funds for the surgery, allowing her son to focus on what mattered most, providing emotional support and care, rather than worrying about financial strain. This financial independence was a great source of comfort to Mrs. 2, giving her the peace of mind that comes from knowing she could handle her medical needs without adding stress to her son's life. Mrs. 2's story is a vivid illustration of the profound impact that financial independence can have on our experience of aging. It transforms what could be a time of potential dependency and strain into one of dignity and self-reliance. By maintaining her savings, Mrs. 2 was able to face a significant medical challenge with confidence, and her son was able to be there for her in the ways that truly matter, offering love and support without the added pressure of financial concerns. This decision not only secured her well-being but also strengthened the bond with her son, allowing their relationship to thrive in a supportive and stress-free environment. This narrative underscores a fundamental truth that is often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daily life as we navigate our careers and family responsibilities. It's easy to prioritize the immediate needs of those we love and forget to plan for our long-term security. Yet the importance of securing a stable financial future cannot be overstated. It's not just about having money for emergencies, it's about preserving our dignity and independence as we age, ensuring that we can live our later years with the peace of mind that comes from financial security. As we approach the age of 50, it's crucial to assess our financial situation and take proactive steps to ensure our future stability. This might involve reevaluating our savings plans, seeking professional financial advice, or making strategic investments that will provide a reliable income in our retirement years. The goal is to create a safety net that allows us to live comfortably without relying solely on our children for support. This story serves as a poignant reminder that while our children are undoubtedly a vital part of our lives, our responsibility to them does not absolve us of the need to take care of ourselves. By planning carefully and maintaining financial independence, we can face the future with confidence, knowing that we have the means to support ourselves and live with dignity, regardless of what life throws our way. Financial stability, much like health and family, is a cornerstone of a fulfilling and peaceful life, especially as we grow older. This approach not only secures our well-being, but also serves as a powerful lesson for the next generation about the importance of financial planning and independence. By demonstrating the value of careful financial management, we set a positive example for our children, teaching them that true success includes being prepared for the future, not just enjoying the present. Financial stability in old age is about far more than just having money. It's about maintaining control over our lives, preserving our dignity, and ensuring that our relationships with our loved ones remain strong and positive, free from the strains that financial dependency can sometimes bring. By prioritizing our financial health, we are committing our future selves a promise that we will be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor with peace of mind and a sense of fulfillment. It's about creating a future where we can live comfortably, make our own choices, and maintain our independence, even as we grow older. This proactive approach allows us to focus on what truly matters, spending quality time with our loved ones, pursuing our passions, and living life to the fullest without the constant worry of financial insecurity. Let Mrs. 2's story be a source of inspiration and motivation. Her experience reminds us that the steps we take today to secure our financial future will pay off in the years to come, providing us with the stability and peace we need to truly enjoy our later years. So let's take action now, investing in our future and ensuring that we are well prepared for whatever lies ahead. By doing so, we not only safeguard our well-being, but also strengthen the bonds with those we love, creating a legacy of wisdom and security that will benefit generations to come. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 4. Positive mental state. The importance of maintaining a positive mental state, especially as you reach the age of 50, cannot be overstated. In American culture, there is an increasing recognition of the critical role that mental health plays in overall well-being, and it's a perspective that becomes even more essential as we age. Here are some compelling reasons why cultivating a positive mindset at this stage of life is crucial. Firstly, a positive mental state has a direct and profound impact on physical health. Numerous studies have shown that individuals who maintain good emotional health tend to experience fewer chronic illnesses and recover more quickly from illnesses and surgeries. As we age, particularly at 50, maintaining good health becomes increasingly important as the body's natural resilience begins to wane. A positive mindset helps reduce stress, which in turn lowers blood pressure, improves heart health, and strengthens the immune system. By nurturing a positive mental state, we enhance our ability to manage the physical challenges that come with aging, allowing us to maintain vitality and well-being. Secondly, happiness and emotional well-being are key to better decision-making. At 50, many people find themselves at a crossroads, facing significant life decisions such as planning for retirement, considering career changes, or deciding how to spend their newfound free time. A calm and positive mental state allows for clearer thinking and wiser choices, leading to decisions that align with one's true desires and long-term goals. This clarity can make the difference between a life filled with stress and uncertainty and one that is fulfilling and purpose-driven. Additionally, emotional health plays a crucial role in maintaining and strengthening relationships. Negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or resentment can strain even the closest relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. At this stage of life, when connections with loved ones are more important than ever, a positive mindset fosters better communication, understanding, and empathy. These qualities are the building blocks of strong, supportive relationships that can provide comfort, joy, and companionship as we age. Maintaining emotional health not only enriches our relationships, but also helps us build a solid support network that can sustain us through life's ups and downs. Moreover, focusing on personal happiness, rather than constantly comparing oneself to others or striving to make children exceptional, relieves unnecessary pressure and promotes a more balanced life. In American culture, there is often a strong emphasis on success and achievement, which can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. By shifting the focus to health and happiness, individuals can find contentment in the present moment, enjoying the simple pleasures of life without the burden of unrealistic expectations. This approach allows for a more peaceful and joyful existence, where success is measured not by external achievements but by inner fulfillment. Finally, recognizing the age of 50 as a turning point in life allows people to truly appreciate the fruits of their labor. After decades of hard work, this period should be about living for oneself, about savoring the simple joys that life has to offer and taking pride in the accomplishments and experiences that have shaped you. This perspective shifts the focus from what's been left behind to what still lies ahead, creating a meaningful and joyful second half of life. It's a time to celebrate personal growth, to deepen relationships, and to enjoy the freedom that comes with experience and wisdom. In summary, maintaining a positive mental state at 50 is essential for a multitude of reasons. It supports physical health, leads to better decision-making, strengthens relationships, promotes personal happiness, and allows us to fully appreciate our life's achievements. By adopting this mindset, we set ourselves up for a healthier, more joyful, and fulfilling life. The second half of life can be just as vibrant and meaningful as the first, if not more so, when we prioritize our mental and emotional well-being. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the insights we've explored today. Whether it's the importance of maintaining a positive